Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Our girl Ava Max has finally, I can't stress this enough, finally dropped her second. I've known this woman for 6 years now, and she's just dropped her second studio album titled Diamonds on Dancefloors. It's the follow-up to her debut studio album Heaven and Hell, which I still haven't quite recovered from. Ava is an artist I didn't find out through the channel. It's actually an artist I found out organically. Now I can't remember if I was listening to the radio and Sweet But Psycho came up, or if I think I actually was browsing the Spotify viral playlists and I saw Sweet But Psycho at #1 or reaching top 10 or something like that. It was September, August 2018, and shortly after that the track became a hit. She became a famous hit maker, and she dropped the album, I think it was in 2020 if I remember correctly. Yes, I think it was during the pandemic. So since then, we've been teased with several songs, one of which I recorded a reaction to in the channel, but nothing too consistent until finally she announced Diamonds and Dancefloors, and we've been waiting for it since. Thank God it's finally here. We heard Maybe You're the Problem in this channel. I was considering whether or not I should listen to other tracks. I know Billion Dollar Baby was released before the album, but I chose not to because I want to have the full experience here. The only exception being Maybe You're the Problem, but at that moment I didn't know if it was going to turn into an album or not, because she had dropped so many tracks that, well, I thought it's just another one, right? So yes, track #1, Million Dollar Baby. Let's go. Okay, I already have an opinion. She did an interview like 3 days ago. I'm recording this on a Friday. I think I saw this in Facebook like 3 days ago. I saw the repercussions of it, not the thing. And basically she said that she helped bring pop into the mainstream scene again. And yes, though that does come off as kind of arrogant, because that's something usually the media, the outlets put on you, not something that you claim for yourself. She's not wrong. She's definitely not wrong, because this style of music was circulating lower I would say lower layers of pop music. This was going with Carly Rae Jepsen, for instance, you know. It was there, it was being produced, but it wasn't mainstream. It became mainstream with Sweet But Psycho, a style of pop music that hadn't been mainstream since Gaga, probably. And it's so refreshing. It was so refreshing to hear that back then, and I still think it is, because even though we've had the resurgence of disco music led by Dua Lipa in 2020 onwards, I still think her pop music is something different. She doesn't take inspirations from disco. She takes the inspirations from dance pop that Madonna, Kylie, Cher, and most recently Britney Spears and Lady Gaga did back then, early 2000s, even late 90s, and especially 2008 to 2013, 14 if you stretch it. But yes, it's still quite refreshing to hear that, and I am so glad she's continuing that direction, because honestly I think it suits her very well.
Free
This isn't going as I thought it would. Melody-wise, she keeps on doing something different. Production-wise, don't you even get me started, okay? Production-wise, don't you even get me started. This is... we missed you, Ava! Yo! I heard that. Ooh, that reminds me of Hallucinate.
She got danger on her mind. She's $1 million baby. Nobody can explain it. She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's $1 million baby. She's bound to drive you crazy. She's a miracle. She's a miracle. She's a miracle.
Let me add this to my library. The strings at the ending. This is a 10 out of 10. Okay? This is a 10 out of 10. Not one complaint. Not one complaint. I shan't open my mouth to say anything bad about this track, because there's nothing bad about this track. Nothing. Length, melody, production, production, lyrics, vocals. People do not. Let me stress this. People do not pay attention to Ava Max as a vocalist. She's severely, criminally, it should be illegally even, underrated as a vocalist, which is something that sadly happens a lot to pop artists, because the production tends to overshadow, but they don't realize that the production only works this well because the voice is right there commanding it. Thank you, Ava. Thank you for this track. Next one, Sleepwalker.
You say you wanna taste them, bottle me up.
Oh,
But I show only once is never enough. 0 to 60 from the second we touch. You say you're falling in love. You just might get what you want. So you better think carefully. I'll have you all 7 moons with me. I'll turn it to a sleepwalker. Dream of me wherever you go. If I take you home, I'll turn it to a sleepwalker. Eyes are burning, open or closed. Don't you should know? I'm in a session, not just a game. It feels like deception, stuck in your brain. Oh, sleepwalker, dream of me wherever you go. Remember I told you so. So call me karma for the hearts that you broke. What goes around comes back to
okay. I'm gonna need some time to get used to the chorus. because, and this is reminding me a lot of my experience with Kylie Minogue's In My Arms, okay? In My Arms nowadays, it was my graduation song. I walked to get my diploma while In My Arms was playing. But the first time I heard this track, In My Arms that is, I had a little issue with the chorus because I thought that in comparison, in contrast actually, with the verses, it did not work production and melody wise. I have a similar feeling here, only lessened a little bit. I feel like the very first part of the chorus doesn't go, but then as the chorus progresses and when she starts, you know, right before she says the last Sleepwalker, I think it does fit perfectly, and I think the transition from chorus to verse is well, you know, it's done nicely, it's well done. However, the transition from verse to chorus isn't. How would I have changed it? I don't know. I'm just expressing my feelings. And my feelings is that as I first listen to the chorus, it takes a little for me to get used to it because the verses are very, very good.
Down your door, I'll have you screaming for me, murder she wrote. Before you hit the pillow, just like get what you want. So you better think carefully. I'll have you on 7 moons with me. I'll turn you to a sleepwalker. Dream of me wherever you go. If I take you home, I'll turn you to a sleepwalker.
I think it's a different in tone, and I don't mean voice. I mean like tone, as in, imagine the track is. I'm gonna do it again. Imagine the track is a 3D experience, but more than a 3D experience, like a 7D experience. Imagine the track as a situation, okay? A reflex of a situation. The pre-chorus sets the tone of this situation and the verses as well as something dark. When this track started, I immediately reminded myself of the more dark side of Heaven and Hell. Tracks like Belladonna, for instance, or Married to the Night. Born to the Night, sorry. Gaga's in my mind, as always. And then you come to the chorus. And the chorus sounds happier? Sounds like, I don't know, like we were walking in this dark valley and there were clouds. And then suddenly you get to a point where the trees that were making the way even darker disappear and there are no clouds, there's a moon. And it's a little more happier. You know, it still remains nightly, kind of dark-ish, but it doesn't have the same tone of dark. Does that make sense? As I said, I always imagine music as a experience more than 2D. It's more than just sound, lyrics, production, whatnot matched together. A song is more than that. Art is more than that. Music is art, so I imagine my art this way. So yes, that's what I think. I think like this track sets me up for something and then it changes drastically and it comes back to that something. Similar to how I felt about In My Arms, as I said. Is it a bad track? No, not at all. Not at all. It's significantly better than a lot of tracks I heard last year and even this year so far. But it isn't what I expected and it isn't how I wanted it to go, personally. But let's keep listening, shall we? It's like Born This Way, the album, you know, the sonority of the album, but in MDMA, in acid, in something that makes it like really happy. Gosh, that was well done. I believe I said what I had to say. As I said, it's not a bad track, so add it to my library. Next track, a track we know, a track we loved, a track we heard first in the channel. Maybe You're the Problem. Actually, a track that was in my honorable mentions of favorite songs of 2022. Let's go.
Always say you love me, but you always make it all about you, especially when you've had a few. Oh yeah, yeah. But with you, it's always my fault and your short views, just like a time bomb. And I think you should take a second just to look at your reflection, baby. Maybe you're the problem. Okay, you see a pattern, your point of view, got it all backwards. You should take your little finger and just point it in the mirror, baby. Maybe you're the problem. You should take your little finger and just point it in the mirror, baby. Maybe you're the problem.
This track is so good that it still hits. After having heard it, I don't know, 100 times maybe, the track still hits. My gosh. Next track, Ghost. Ooh, I like the title. I'm claiming this one already. Oops, wait. I'm claiming this one already, just by the title.
You're in my blood and you're in.
Oh, okay, wait. I think it was in my Kylie Minogue or in my Enjoy Yourself reaction video that I said piano and EDM is a perfect match. It was in one of these videos, one of these two. I was so right to have claimed this track. 11 seconds in, it has so much potential already.
And you're appearing in every place. So out of something's wrong. Can't shake off my emotions. Way too strong. Heart is underground. And I feel you all around. Everywhere I go, I'm haunted by your ghost. You stay on my mind. Can't help but keep you close. Oh baby, everywhere I go, I'm haunted by your ghost. You're the one I love, and I feel the most high.
It's a Friday, so Ava decided to take us to the club. It's January. It's 34 degrees already. I'm sweating my ass off. And I just can't stop dancing. Because it's a Friday. Let's go to the club, shall we? My God, fuck. Eh. The world missed you, girl. The world missed you. At least I have. Thank you.
And I think you know that if I never stop, I might overdose.
Wait. I've been so caught up in production and melody in this album that I haven't been paying enough attention to the lyrics. She's actually singing about something here. Let's talk about it. Let's see if I can understand what it is.
You and me, all night long. Spirits are calling on me. Something's wrong. Can't shake off my emotions. Way too strong. Heart is underground, and I feel you all around. Everywhere I go, I'm haunted by your ghost. You stay on my mind. Can't help but keep you close. Oh baby, everywhere I go, I'm haunted by your ghost. You're the one I love, and I feel the most high. I'm haunted by your ghost.
That's ambiguous. That's ambiguous. One, of course, it's contradictory because if you love something, how can you fear it? Then again, I do remember Michael Scott from The Office paraphrasing Machiavelli and saying that they want between being loved and being feared, he would rather have people be afraid of how much they love him. No, of course, that's not what this track is about, I believe. So I think either, okay, so you're the one I love, the one I fear the most. So either she is afraid of how things are gonna turn out after the relationship because she has an experience of being in relationships that don't end particularly well. Because I, as far as I could hear, the reasons why she is afraid of this person aren't being showcased. So if it's up to the reader, I just came out of a literature class when we discussed Virginia Woolf's Mrs. Dalloway, so I'm gonna be here to interpret, okay? So yes, either she could have had a bad experience, a bad record of relationships, and she's afraid of being in this relationship because she knows how it might turn out based on her record, and she doesn't want to be, I wouldn't say disappointed, because if she already has the expectation, she just doesn't want to be hurt again. So she fears the person the most because of how much she loves them. Or it's a toxic relationship and she's aware of it and she fears how this person might react. So maybe he is verbally aggressive or even physically aggressive. He's a gaslighter. There are several interpretations possible here. So she loves them because she is caught in a love relationship, a one-sided love relationship, while the other person is just obsessed with her. So she loves because she's in love, but she fears because she's also rational and conscious of how bad this person might be. And everywhere she goes, she's haunted by the ghost. No, she can't do anything without this ghost, this phantom, this image that only she sees haunting her, following her. Whatever she does, whenever she goes, anytime she goes, wherever she goes, she's haunted by this ghost. She's reminded herself of the situation that she's in. There's these two interpretations. Surely there must be others, but I'll stick with these two because they're the ones that strike me as the most likely. So yes, lyrics apart, let's continue enjoying this track. I heard that. I swear, I'm gonna go feral when I hear this track at a nightclub. I'm gonna walk up to the DJ and ask them to play her new album because, gosh, I need to hear this in big speakers with a lot of people around me. Next track number 5, Hold Up, in parentheses, wait a minute.
Roses up on the dash, putting rocks on my hand. Why you acting extra nice? Midnight, get no reply. You love me from 9 to 5. What happens when you say goodnight? I walk by your phone, some chick I don't know. Say
this track is layered. The track is layered. The track has layers. You can hear it in the back creeping up. Oh. I'm losing my mind.
baby, I'm ready. Hold up, just wait a minute. Who's that girl?
See what I heard, what I said earlier? That the voice commands the production. Hold up! There was strings. Hold up! They stopped. They continued. Wait a minute. They stopped. She continued. Then they continued. That's what I meant.
Say she's a friend, no more than me. Oh, she's sweet. Oh, she a freak. Hold up, just wait a minute. wait a minute. You say she's.
This album is unrankable. How the fuck am I gonna decide which track is gonna make it to my year-end list? One of them is. That's clear. Which? I have no idea.
Exes don't send those texts, so baby, bye, bye, bye. Bye, bye, I don't need you lying. Think I've had enough. I'm your perfect wine, so don't mind, cause it ain't gonna wind me up. I walked out your car, then I slammed your heart. You said no, I'm not ready. Hold up, just wait a minute. Who is that girl? Oh, she. Hold up, just wait a minute. Hold up, just wait a minute.
I'm listening to this on my computer, okay? But I'm sure once I hear this in earphones, they're gonna come from side to side and they're gonna build up in my head. I am sure. God. Okay, there are still 9 tracks. I'm not gonna make it to the end of this album.
Hold up, just wait a minute. Hold up, just wait a minute.
Let me add this. 5 out of 5. Next track, Weapons.
Stop using your words as weapons. I swear this town is a battlefield. Can make you feel strong and vulnerable. These empty hearts are made of steel, but underneath the night invincible. Stop using your words as weapons. They're never gonna shoot me down. It's time that you learn a lesson. My love is gonna drown you out. You wanna fight? Do you wanna dance? 'Cause tonight might be the only chance. So stop using your words as weapons. Don't see the blood, don't see the tears.
Interesting. So I think she's trying to reach to a person who has defenses around them and who uses words as weapons to defend themselves. Either that, or she takes a lovey approach to bullies and whatnot, because she does say my love's gonna dry you out. So maybe I love you so much that I can change you. I can fix him. I love you so much I can fix you, something like that. Or really, she just takes this approach to bullying and to verbal aggression and whatnot. And yeah, the love, she loves so much, is so positive and whatnot, that that's gonna overcome whatever you may say about me. Again, either interpretation is possible. Still, I don't know how I feel about this track. It's the first track that I'm not so sure how I feel about it. Let's keep listening.
You want to taste what I put on my feet. You see the smoke before it clears. So let me show you what's underneath. Using your words as weapons.
Yeah, I would say this track did not do much for me, lyrics wise. I think it could have been delivered better. I think the message could have been delivered better in a more convincing way. I wasn't a huge fan of the melody. It sounded kind of Disney-ish for some reason. Production was okay, not as layered as other tracks and not as powerful and pungent as other tracks. For a song whose message is this one, I think some adjustments could have been made that would make me like this track better. So far, the only one I'm not a huge fan of, not gonna add it to my library. Would I skip it when I listen to the album? Perhaps, but yeah, I don't know. Next track, title track, Diamonds and Dancefloors, track number 7, so we're officially halfway through the album. Already, my god.
Alone with me, myself and I, watching the night passing me by, losing myself inside.
Okay, I like this one better already. Her vocals feel more at the front. Once again, music is a 3D experience. Her vocals are more in the front, whereas the production is in the back. And it seems like it's building, but it's not like hold up, wait a minute, in which it actually built as she talked, as she sang. It's something different. It's good. I will say that. It's good already.
Don't wanna waste any more time. I'm dancing in the kitchen light. It don't feel wrong, it don't feel right. My heart's been going for a midnight landing. The only thing that's on my mind. Diamonds and dance floors, that's all I want. I miss the rhythm, keeping me warm. Drowning in glitter, glitter and gold. All that I ask for, ask for, ask for. Diamonds and dance floors in every dream. I miss the music surrounding me. Ask for, ask for, ask for. Diamonds and dance floors in every dream.
Ooh, the little piano before it drops. Chef's kiss.
I miss the music surrounding me. Drowning in glitter. Diamonds and dance floors.
Whoa, this track was short. Actually, most of the tracks here are short. Let me add this to my library. We're back. This is interesting. All I want is Diamonds and Dancefloors. So, remember Marilyn Monroe in Gentlemen Prefer Blonde? I think it's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, or no, it's not 70 Itch. 70 Itch is the hand on the skirt, and it's not some. It's either Some Like It Hot or Gentlemen Prefer Blonde, but I think it's Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. Diamonds Are Forever. No, that's Shirley Bassey. Sorry, Shirley Bassey in 007 Goldfinger. Well, let's keep that in mind, okay, as well, okay? Diamonds Are Forever, but also Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend. And then, fast forward 20 years, we have Material Girl. All I want is money, cash, I don't want anything of yours. Well, quoting Shirley Bassey, diamonds are forever. They are never gonna end. So what does Ava Max want? She wants diamonds because they last forever. She doesn't want anything ephemeral. She doesn't want anything that will go away easily. Something that she could have with anyone, and she's probably hard because it's clear that she's been in relationships which the outcome wasn't the best it could be. So one, she wants diamonds. Diamonds are forever. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Diamonds are gonna stick with you no matter what. She also wants dance floors because music, and I can clearly say that because she's a singer, and if it wasn't, then she wouldn't be. is something that's healing for her. It's something that she likes to do. It's something that she likes to be in touch with. So especially this kind of music to dance. So I want diamonds, something that's gonna last forever, something that's pretty to look at, something that's not gonna abandon me, my best friends, and I want dance floors. I want the healing process of music. I want to make music, I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to enjoy my life while I can. Love the message. Yes, you do not need a man to be happy in your life. I say that to a mirror right now, or maybe I should. So yes, go live your life with diamonds and dance floors. You'll be just as happy as Ava was singing this song. Next track, In the Dark.
Why do you only love me in the dark? Why do you promise underneath the stars our hearts will never ever be apart? Only in the dark, only in the dark, dark, dark. I can feel the heat across the bar, but you give me chills across my arms. Why do I always pick the wildest cards? Exhilaration, you say I'm your inspiration, but baby, I'm so frustrated. The lights turn on when I wake up, you're gone. Why do you only love me in the dark? Why do you promise underneath the stars our hearts will never ever be apart? Only in the dark, only in the dark, dark, dark. Why do you only love me in the dark? Why do you promise underneath the stars?
Okay, let me add this. From the moment the song started, from the get-go, I was very captivated by the lyrics. I was, in fact, much more drawn by the lyrics than I was by anything else. Sure, melody is great, the production is great, I love the song, it's added to my library. But let's discuss a bit about the lyrics, shall we? Because you only love me in the dark. Okay, when I don't know if you guys have ever watched season 2 of Ryan Murphy's American Crime Story. It was on Netflix, not sure if it still is. Assassination of Gianni Versace. There, right when the song started, I remember there's a scene, episode, I don't know, 3, 4, I really don't know, in which Ricky Martin's character, whose name I forgot, Antonio, I don't know, he plays Gianni's lover, and there's a scene in which he's swimming in the pool and he gets to Gianni and he says, I love you, I want to be with you. And that's like the afternoon or the morning. And then Gianni says, you say that in the morning, but can you say it in the evening? And then later on, of course, they go to a club together, and Ricky's character says to Gianni, I love you, I want to be with you, blah, blah, blah. Happy ending. Okay. So I was wondering, that makes sense because when you're in the morning, you're usually sober, and if not sober, then at least you don't spend your time in contact with other people in a nightclub having fun, for instance. That's why he would say that. You say that in the morning, but I want to know if you can say that in the evening when we're next to other people. I want to know if you really mean it. Ava Max's situation is different, and then I got to realize that she's the other side of the spectrum. She is the person who's only there to be the one night stand of the person who can only say I love you in the morning to someone else. I might be reaching, maybe this isn't a kind of she being the person who the other was cheating on their loved one with. That's not what I was trying to say. Could be, yes, surely, could be. I was just using the American Crime Story to illustrate my point and to make myself a little more clear. So what I think is going on here is that the person she is with is seeking temporary fun, is seeking someone to spend the night with. And I've been there, okay? At night, they're drunk, probably, most likely. If they're in a nightclub, I mean, they gotta be drunk. they'll say anything. Morning comes, they don't remember shit, okay? So yeah, it's really sad she's going through that. But what can I say? Wholeheartedly, I'm sorry. Been there. So yeah, this track spoke to me in a more personal level. That's why I wasn't as focused in the melody and the production and wasn't dancing as much as I was. I was just vibing and really trying to grasp the meaning of the lyrics to see if I was up to something, and I think I might be. Next track, Turn Off the Lights. Love that. Keep your sanity with the world you used to know. Just been saying that, not been living right. No one got the way. So baby, turn off the lights and stare at the stars. They could be yours right now, could be yours right now. Turn off the lights, we'll see in the dark. It could be yours right now, could be yours right now. You know I'm not a huge fan of voice effects in most cases. But here, yeah, she chose a good track to use it. Let me add this. Haven't got much to say. So yeah, next track, track number 10, One of Us.
One of us would die for love. One of us would give it up. One of us would risk it all. One of us won't even call. One of us could say goodbye, never even bat an eye. One of us is hurting you, and baby, that's the last thing that I wanna do. Never did the thought ever cross, and never did I think I would stop forever. No one tells you the cost of paradise won't save us. It's killing me inside out because one of us would die for love. One of us would give it up. One of us would risk it all. One of us won't even call. One of us could say goodbye, never even bat an eye. One of us is hurting you, and baby, that's the last thing that I wanna do. And baby, that's the last thing that I wanna do.
Okay, gonna add this as well. I have a feeling that throughout, more like towards this second half of the album, now that we're kind of approaching its ending, she's going a little slower, still delivering great dance bangers, but compared to some of the tracks we've had before, like Ghost and Million Dollar Baby, she's going slower. I wonder if she's gonna continue like that for the rest of the album. I would say it's quite appreciated by me. It shows versatility, which is something that I always look up to in an artist. So yes, next track, Get Out of My Heart.
Oh, some days I trust you, but these days it's hard. Oh, some nights I love you, and that's the hardest part. Oh, it was nice.
let me add this again. The more the album goes, the more I feel like I was right when I said that she's been hurt before in relationships, because the more traumatic the experiences seem to be, you know. It's no wonder why she's haunted by the person's ghost. He really did a number on her. Next track, second to last, Cold as Ice.
I keep a pistol under my pillow at night. I close the door, make a mistake. I'm just a little bit out of my mind. 'Cause I'm cold as ice. I'm not the type to keep you warm at night. Better believe it, baby. Cold as ice. I'll never stay for too long, too long. I'm cold as ice. Cold as ice. At night I heat you up with bourbon and red.
Is she gonna keep on doing this to me? It's not. It's hard. I can't keep dancing. I'm tired. But this. It's. Let me add this already. Just keep playing.
Put on a fire when I take off my dress. We'll set your match when I get lit inside of your head. Swear you're gonna regret. You wish we never had met.
To me, this rings like church bells. This is heavenly.
Stay for too long, too long.
Is she building for a bridge? No. No, she did. Okay. Because if she was building for a bridge, I mean, I have nothing against a bridge, but I just don't have the effort, the energy anymore. I really don't. Next track, second to last, Last Night on Earth. What are you gonna do in your last night on Earth? Electric Chapel. This reminds me so much of Electric Chapel already. Oh my god. It's one of my favorites in both this way.
Dancing 'cause I need it. Following the neon lights. I'm on the ceiling. I mean it, baby. So let's go. Do it now or never. Show me how to love like it's the last night, baby. Like it's the last night on earth. Yeah. Like it's the last night, baby. Like it's the last night on earth. The last night, baby. Like it's the last night, baby. Like it's the last night, baby. Like it's the last night on earth.
Really, if for some reason it appears like I'm not having fun, I am. I very much am. It's just that I'm tired, okay? I really am. I woke up 6 a.m. today. I had to class. I'm back. It's hot. And I've danced a lot to this already. I'm loving this track. Okay, it's in my library. But if I don't appear like I was before, it's because I literally don't have the same energy. Next track, last track. Thank God. I would faint if it continued. Dancing's done. Yes, it's done. But what do you have for me first? course. It's a choir of Avas.
I see the panic somewhere in your eyes. Yeah, in your eyes. I wanna give into your dark temptation. I wanna touch you like nobody does. Oh, people like you and me were born to run. So where we go when the dancing's done. I wanna give into your dark temptation. I wanna touch you like nobody does. Oh, people like you and me were born to run. So where we go when the dancing's done. I wanna taste the secrets that you hide.
Of course, she was gonna hit us with greatness up until the last track. Of course.
And make a mind. Come take me to the edge of afterlife and take your time. When the dancing's done. When the dancing's done.
Okay. Let me add this to my library. This album is 13 out of 14. The only track I didn't feel connected to was Weapons. What can I say? What can one say about an album like this? About an artist like this? An artist like Ava Max, who delivers something that only she can do. I am so happy. Really, I'm so happy I got to sit here and listen to this album, because I missed Ava. I did. And this is album of the year material. Truly, I feel like she's finally gonna get her first Grammy nomination with this album, because genuinely she deserves it, and she should, because the album is great. I've got nothing else to say. Everything I had to comment throughout the album I did. There's no reason to do a count of my likes, because, well, it makes more sense to make mention the one track I did not like, which I already did. So yes, that was it. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. If you've got any other requests, please tell me. I'm more than thrilled to react to them, as I always am. I do hope to see you in my next video. Bye.